Generally speaking, I would say there are three main ways that you can fund graduate school other than paying for it out of pocket. One would be finding scholarships through the individual program or university that you're applying to. So your best resource for this is just go on the website, the official university website of whatever program you're applying into, and see what graduate school scholarships they offer. There may not be many because it's a lot harder to get aid or scholarships for graduate school than it is for undergrad. Just keep that in mind. They'll probably be more competitive, but they usually do exist, especially at the bigger programs. So that's the first place to look. The second place to look is for third-party websites. There are third-party, scholarships that are offered out there. The problem with these is that they're going to be potentially even more competitive than the institutional ones, or they will just be for relatively small sums of money that aren't going to add up to much in the grand scheme of things. That's a path that you could go, but that's the one I would probably least recommend in terms of searching for third-party scholarships, although there are some good ones out there that can exist, but it just depends on the specific school and program that you're applying into. And the third way is that usually if you are working for a certain kind of big company, not all companies, you have to check with your employer, but you've already been working, sometimes companies themselves will fund their employees' graduate school education. So if you're working at a big business, sometimes they will say, hey, we'll pay for you to go get your MBA, but there's also a condition most of the time that you come back and work for them for another 2 years or so after you get the MBA. So just keep that in mind. That's going to depend on your employer. But, if you're dead set on getting a master's degree in a certain field, maybe you only look into getting a job somewhere right out of undergrad where they're going to be able to pay for that. But keep in mind that you'll have to commit to them for more than a few years.